I was mistaking my layout. It's okay. So, okay, here's the song and here's the display. There we go. Okay. So, I was saying that I have wrote the case of 0 for saving. I don't remember other cases. I don't remember what other cases I was about to read. So, play sound, create folder, open browser, volume slider, open and close. To be honest, I have never done something like this in C++. There is 2 methods I can go based on this. Either I can go person, it's installing this. That's why my CPU is showing up with sign up overwork. Anyway, so what I was saying. Okay, so I can go 2 ways. I'm pretty sure Qt framework has support for all of these. I can go Qt route, or I can go C++ route. Honestly, I'd rather go C++ route. It's much more expensive. C++ route is much more expensive in terms of space VHelp takes, but it's much more efficient because at the end of the day, if I use Qt uses the same methods of C++, so it doesn't matter what I do, right? It's the same method, different style of using it, but performance in pure C++ is going to be better because now it's just using the same file. It's not going to do RAM location to RAM location to RAM location to RAM location in order to execute something that Qt have said at the end of the line. So, and this have been finished. Good. I just need to check for something else here. Good. So my Qt is updated in the meanwhile as well. Okay. My sound. Okay. Here it is. Okay. Stop. Okay. Our friend as always in programming is Google. Give me 1 second. Okay. So, how to create a folder in C++, right? So, shut up. So it's std-encoder. Okay. So, we basically need a direction, right? So if I go to file chooser, the second one was create folder. So if I go to file chooser, the second one's behavior should be almost the same as the of like playing audio behavior. It's just it's a bit more tackling, right? So it's creating folder. It's not like opening a folder. So I make it to directory address, right? Instead of sound address that we had above. This thing, right? All of this comes with a button that you could use for addressing things, like here, get add, right? Get address. But now, for this one, we don't need it. Actually, I'm going to delete this button completely. Honestly, I could make it even better, more optimized. Nah. Okay, so now you delete. Okay, so it's going to be icon add because you need icons for separating things. The box going to be the same. So, okay. What is my layout here? LA add. It's a horizontal box. Get added. So, do I really need this? I'm considering why I have added this. So, it's a horizontal layout. And this is a label, directory address, right? QH box, horizontal box layout. So it's write it from the left to right. So on the left, it says directory address. It writes directory address. Then it puts the Q line edit, which is a box for writing a text in a line. Then it adds sound. No, it's safe to delete this. It's safe. So, what was I adding to? Oh, add sound. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I should change part of the architecture of my I should change partially the architecture of it. So, when do I use this type G? Oh, that's why I used it. That's why I used it. So, a bunch of things should have this. One is file check, right? It checks the address of everything. So I should add it to somewhere else. Why I'm adding type G to you? To be specific. I should assign it to a better place. I got why I did that. Understood the assignment. Actually, I should have added to this as well if that's the logic here. But I should use a better logic because that was missing on my part. Because I missed it on how to do it, to be exact. How to do this check. So it checks the property of the sender, right? So now, let's forget. How have you been? So now, down the line is awesome. Good. I'm happy you have a good day. Everything is going fine. I've been lazy in a couple of but everything is going very good. Okay, so now we need to go to the parent of something. We cannot just check the property of the button. I'm checking the property of the sender. Okay. So, actually, I do the same thing. So, icon add. Going to get added like here instead of not here, this place, right? Because no matter what, we need the icons. So one way to optimize this thing, and why the hell I did that, that was completely unnecessary to do that. Yeah, that was completely unnecessary. Okay. So we don't need to do this, but I need to add this. So it goes to type, right? I wish there was something that I could do to optimize it more. So I just add 1 instead of 2. But later on we'll think about the optimization of that. So now that we don't have that and we added the type, it should be okay. So cancel accept is the same function. Yeah, okay. So that should be it. So for the UI part. So check if the case is 1, an annotated fall through between switch labels. Oh, brick. What? Okay. So case 1, I should check existence of a folder. Because if a folder exists already, you cannot make it. So how to open a folder in C++? Again, this part of C++ I have never done before, so I have no idea. Well, I want something like a system. Okay, so we don't want to actually select anything in the folder, so you pass an empty PIDL in the array. If you want to select one or more items in the opened folder, you don't need to. Alternatively, you can call shell execute and folder directly to run its default action, which is normally to open in a browser window. Okay, how to check existence of a folder C++. So, oh, there we go. So a stat b, it's using std, so it's extracting sb to a stat. Why? A stat there. That's such an obfuscated way structured, which should restore the metadata. That's such an obfuscated method. What the hell? Can we not get add here? So, okay. So I need to add this here. Okay. So now we go to file chooser. Okay. Before that, we go to header of the file chooser. Private. So what we were making, a struct this. Okay. So we go back to file chooser here and close this. Bring this finger here. Okay. So unlike here that we needed to check a lot of things, we don't need to check that much, right? So what is my... Okay. Until this part, it should be the same. Actually, let's make it, because these are shared between everything, just make it between everything. This dot set t add text to w to a cdw string. It's basically Unicode as a standard string. I'm turning this as string. I don't understand, what did I do with the seed? What the hell is seed to begin with? Okay. So we know that seed 0 is name, seed 1 is our icon name. Okay. Then we decide based on this. Okay. We add the same thing here. If this is add text is empty, why? Stop. Wait a minute, what is our add? Oh, it's shaking. So if it is empty, okay, got it. Okay, so this should be the same here, right? And okay, stat these two stdw string. I'm guessing it doesn't get. So for now we just ball with it. I will fix that part. Okay. So we do all of these things again, but instead of this error message, you should at least have filled sound address, and it should be correct. So it should, the error message should be you either made an you either made any. Oh, you know what? I should trace it back one by one. I should trace it back, because if they are allowed to really write anything in the text box, right? Users can potentially, theoretically, write the directory address in a wrong format. That would be of trouble that would lead to undefined behavior. So I should think of that. I should make a format check. Okay. So okay. The path is, if it's equals to 0, it is valid. So then we add another, and I should do pure C here. I don't want to do pure C. Okay, so you either then may put any, how do I say, correct format address, or the folder already exists, right? This would be the error message. So to do this pure C right here, okay, dot CSTR turns it into pure C string, which I can do that actually. We check it. If it, nope. Okay, it's worth a try. So I remember CSTR was able to act as a function as well. Okay. Returns a pointer to an array that contains a null terminated sequence of character. Yeah, I remember that part. Oh yeah. So how to cut a string? See, I've done that one time in C. So let's see. str cut, mem move. I remember there was a standard function for that as well, that you could just cut. I remember there was a function that you could just cut. It was a slice. I think it was a slice. See. So okay, str copy a start plus a string plus a start. Okay, why that's the case? And minus a start, so it's okay. Wait a minute. So okay, I can do that. I want to do something else, you know. So if I want to check if the address is correct or not, the folder already does not exist, right? And we are checking actually for existence of the folder. So if it exists, we throw an error, right? But we are as hell sure that one step back of it, right? Like one folder before it is an actual correct folder. So I should be able to check that back. Wait a minute. Dot append assign add back begin C and clear compare constant and contains counts. You know what is better? I don't need to go pure C here. I wanted to go pure C, but I can do something else. QString. I forgot that the format of this isn't QString. So QString code has last index of left so count ends with. I should make a bunch of decision making because now I'm considering that at the end they could make a slash. So if there's like C / Windows / whatever / and I just did it until the last slash, I would get the Windows C / Windows / something folder, which is not what we want, right? So we need to make a decision making. Okay, so actually the add text, right? So dot and ends with this. Okay, so if this and ends with okay, so I will not use you. I will fix your bug later on. Ouch. Ouch, it's broken. So, another thing that I for a long time had a question of, finally needs to find its answer for, how to use this in C as a string. I should use AI because it seems like that I'm not finding anything like this. So let's actually bring Grok, because Grok surprisingly is really good at it. Like, really good at it. So here, I'm asking the same question. In C, backslash is an escape character used within a string literal to represent a special character or sequences. When you want to include a backslash insert as a literal character in a string, you need to escape it by using double backslash. That was helpful to know. I didn't actually know that. So now we go by double backslash. There we go. So now, if it includes that or that, it does something else. If not, it does something else. It does something else. That's why we have if statement. So, and this is or. It means if it is this or if it ends with this, right? So, if I'm right, ends with should return something that you can judge based on that. Yeah, it returns a bool, which is a true or false. So it's either true or false, which is really good for if statement. So now, if it doesn't end with that, it's easy actually, right? We just go. So it should be last index of something, right? Last index of okay. So if this is this, we go by add a stat add dot text, right? So we should slice it dot slice, right? It should be add dot text dot size -2, I think. It should be either -1 or -2. I'm not quite sure. Okay. Then we close this thing and we make the address of SB. Okay. Something like that. Dot to stdw string. That would be all right. Okay. So we are free to delete this now. What the hell I just did here? So, a slice, you give it a size, and you say, okay, you go like this amount of alphabets forward and cut after that, right? And cut whatever remains. So I said, get the address, because this is our text box. So the text of our text box, which is an address, slice it with the amount of alphabets we have, right? But -2 amount of that alphabet. So whatever alphabet we have in the address, it goes until, okay, one, it has a reason. I'm not quite sure because about a slice, but size counts from 1. But I think a slice counts as starting from 0. So it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So you should do 1 minus to match it with this, so it matches with the counting from 0. Then you should add another minus to delete this sign here if there exists. Right? We need to do a bunch of other things here, but so at the end of the day, the return going to be something that doesn't end with this, so we can cut properly. So now we need to do another thing that does cutting, and I'm thinking if a statement wasn't a proper option, I could have done binary decision making. I do this, then I decide based on the binary decision making. I decide whether I turn into binary decision making or not. Turning an if statement into binary decision making, it's as easy as drinking water. Okay, so I don't need you, so now first I need to take a slice, see how many is it counting from 0 or not, right? So x.slice equal 5 is pineapples. So it goes from end, so it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. We go, okay, modifies this string to a start position. Oh, so it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so slice wasn't a good method. Chop removes n characters from the end of a string. If n is greater or equal to the size, so chop 2 would be Okay, it removes. Oh, so I could have just done that. I didn't need to do all of this. I could have just said dot chop 1. That's much easier. So that's why we read documentations. I know so many programmers hate that. So now we know this, right? We need to get last index of. Okay. So here I should make a binary decision making. I want to really make a binary decision making here, but I don't know. Okay, so we do this. How to cut from the start? First do that. Or I don't need to do that. So I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. Okay. So chop 1 plus t add dot text dot last index of. Let's imagine this for one moment. I need to make a binary decision making here. Last index of this plus, so okay, so what the hell are we doing here? Wait a minute. No. Dot. How do we cut it from the start? How do we cut it from the start though? No. Okay. No. I don't want to tokenize it. Although I can, analyzing it with tokenization is a bit easier, but more performance consumption. Split the string into substrings whenever a step occurs and returns the list. Oh, so it returns a list. A split. So a slice, we know it. How does a slice works? I can do resize. I can do freaking resize. Remove if? What do you mean remove if? So what is remove if? Okay. Removes all elements for which the predicts the true. That needs regular expression. I don't want to. So length. I can definitely go resize. Okay. So dot resize. So whatever the hell this string is, right? So let's, for example, dot, okay, dot chop it by 1, dot resize t add dot text dot last index of for now I make this so I'm already having errors. The expression must have class type, but it has type void. Okay. The last index of that with -1 because I'm not quite sure if it's size. Usually resize is counts from 1, not from 0. That's the size. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So yeah. It's index. So because we're getting index, that is enough. So okay. That's how testing for that works. So now first turning this thing into a binary decision making, so it would be much faster, right? So this, if that, we do this. If not, we do this. So it's the same thing, except we don't have the chop at the end, at the start. It should be just resize. Right? So this if statement is just deleted. Right? Okay, so first thing first, make it at the above, right? Now, we want a statement like check validity, right? It should be integer. It should be equals to 1. 1? No, 0. Right? Now, here, check val going to be equals to this. And we end the binary operation, I guess. So, binary if I just don't remember one part of it. I have done this in this loop. Yeah, it should be this. I made exclamation mark for whatever reason. Okay, so this should be replaced with this. Okay, so Okay. This part, we need to check for it. Why this is here? So case 1, it should break here as well. Okay. So what else do we need for this logic to check? Okay. And check, well, is not equal to 0, right? Actually, check val should be equal to 0. Should be equal or not should be. Not should be. Okay, so I can actually do a better operation here, more multiprocessed. So whatever the hell I did, this function should return 0 and it should be equal 0, but this number here should not be equal to this, right? If one of these are now compiler for optimizing this thing, it split it into two different like processes, into two different threads. So it would be way more optimized this way than checking by AND. Okay. Also, you know what? Oh, no, this returns 1. This returns 1. Okay, so time to make a decision for you. How to recognize? Okay. Okay, so we make another binary decision here, so it would be two nested binary decision making, right? God forsake whoever wants to reverse engineer this line. Okay, so this would be if it ends with this, then we execute. We put this here. Else we put this here. Okay. By the way, this. So. Okay, so let's check it from the beginning. If it ends with this, holy fuck, whatever. What the hell I made? So, actually, this part should be reverse. I put them in reverse order, so it should be something like this. I should have put it correctly. Okay, something is... I made a mistake in parentheses. Right? So, okay, it should be until this part. My bad. Okay. Then it would be this and this. Okay, so we would chop by 1. Then we would chop it by 1 here as well. Right? Then okay, so chop it by 1 last index of... You know what would be a better binary check here? Nope. Nope, I cannot do that. That's physically not possible. Physically not possible. Okay. So, holy fuck, this have become really confusing. So, then we do this. Right? Then we do this binary check here. Right. This is a monstrosity. Okay. So, first, this is the end of the binary check of that. Okay. We put the same thing for this. Okay. So, dot resize ends with this. Dot chop 1. Dot chop 1. Okay, we need to close another parenthesis here. Right? So now, a stat okay. Dot. So to W4 array to what? Dot CSTR. It should return a char array if I'm not wrong. W char T. W char. Okay. So whatever monstrosity I made. So a stat. Thanks for the follow. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not going to pronounce that. That's against TOS. But thank you for the follow. So here we do a binary check here, then we decide based on that a stat. This stat ends at this part. So, and we make decision based on this. So this wait a minute. Where the hell is the resize part? I was saying this part has something lacking with it. It's the resize part. So we resize. Oh, we are already resizing. Okay, so we need to go at the end of that resize, which is not the correct placement actually. So we delete this. One error have been fixed. Okay, so okay, so we go to the end of the resize, which is here, and dot to W char. I don't think it's going to. I think I need to make it more. I take it out of more because it's really obvious that the compiler doesn't understand what the hell it should do here. I'm thinking I'm leading to an undefined behavior. So here we do two char array. Okay, a stat W. The thing with the problem here is that a stat counts char, not W char. So giving it a W char would make it bad. So let's see how I check here. Q file exists. Okay. Solo is good. What do you mean solo is good? You mean solo programming? So okay. Checking existence of a folder, which is okay. Wait a minute. I can do this. W char array to char array. We can do that. That technically is a part of library. Although I probably should change it later. So stdlib.h, you can call me Solo. Oh, you mean from that part? So hello Solo. I was reading your name something else, you know, with E and X in middle. So, okay, so file chooser header file. We add another header file into it. stdlib. So now we go back to this part. Okay. So std ws whatever we have, wcs2 cs2 right, then we include this. I probably should provide the address of that. No? Oh yeah, it's pure C function. Ah! This is why I hate C. C is simple, but everything in pure C should be customized. Okay. So we make this integer size dir equals to t add dot text dot size. Then we make a char array, const char dir with the amount of size dir. I think in its initialization. Okay. Expression must have a constant value. Can it not doesn't have a variable value? Why I don't usually code in C and usually code in C++. So we do this then. So okay. Actually, that's a good thing. We make an address. So char address. Then this destination would be chart there. This whole thing going to be, we provide the address of it and size max count. Okay. Dot t add dot text dot size. Okay, so at this point just bring this down up there. So we have a char thing. Okay, so it should be constant w char. So I can go to, wait a minute, I could have done that from the beginning. I'm a dummy. So then you delete this. It's a okay. So now a stat. Okay. At the end of the line, just add this. But I'm just afraid that compiler doesn't understand this. Compiler obviously understands this. I think I'm getting something about chopping wrong. So Q string, we go upwards, chop, it returns a Q string. So we have a Q string and we end up with a Q string. So after a one chop, it doesn't do anything. I think it's a bug of it's a bug of Qt. Yeah. Okay. So okay, so wait a minute. If I get to this part, I've added this. Before that, just for this side, we go to this. Okay, to W char. Okay. I hope just it compiled. I'm not 100% sure whether it compiles or not. I think compiler has a problem compiling this thing. We will see. If it compiles, it compiles. If it's not, we're going to have an error. Warning, Non-standard extension is used. Oh, that's actually my fault. That part actually was my fault. I should have terminated that thing. So now trying to compile it again. Type void file chooser line 24. So it returns a QS string and then type void. Expression must have a class, but left of resize must have class struct union. So okay, it basically means this thing, whatever I'm doing with the resize, is not allowed. Okay, so let's turn it into an if statement. If this, okay, so again, if statements are really close to binary ifs. So this part should be else, right? Then the end part of it would be this. Then we do this. Right? So now we add this thing here and add this thing here. Okay. Why I did that? Because now I can check for this. If this thing ends with this, I don't want it to make it this much amount of ifs, but there is not more thing to like do here. So check while we null terminate this, then we make another integer, check end equals 0. So if this is the way it ends, it should go with check end equals to 1, else if it ends with this, we check end it with 2. This is very not optimized. I really didn't want it to go this way. So I can optimize this thing more at least, right? So it means create two variables of integer both equals to 0. Okay, this is more multi-threaded. So this part should turn into so if check and is bigger than 0, check with this. So wait a minute. Yeah. If check and is bigger than 0, check like this. If not, okay. So I need to not go with, actually, you know what? This was good here. We go with last index of this not equals to -1. This, so else 2. So if it doesn't find anything, it returns -1. So that's why I said -1, right? So it returns 0. So check and actually doesn't need to be initiated here, right? So another unnecessary if that I hate, if check and now I can go reverse, right? So else something else, right? So now we put this here, right? So if it's 1, we know it's with this. So for 1, we just put this thing here and nothing more. Right? For else, we do the exact reverse of it. So it would be this. Okay. I still kind of think that it's capable to be way more optimized than whatever this tree is. So this line gets deleted. Okay. Same. If a statement goes here, instead we don't use chop. Chop 1 is just not getting used. So this gets deleted, this gets deleted, this gets deleted, this gets deleted. So this now gets deleted. Let's see if if this one dot not this gets compiled. Nope, obviously not. So integer, you know what I have in mind? Cast this into integer. Cast this whole resize thing into integer. Maybe that would work. So you go there and then you go here. No, it just doesn't work. Okay. So we make a QS string here. A string chopped equals to this thing right here. What is wrong with you? No suitable conversion to convert from void to a string. What do you mean from void to QS string? I think it's a Qt bug that chop one. It doesn't return void. Oh. Now I understood the assignment. Now I understood the assignment. Okay. So here. Oh, it's me being dummy. It's me being dummy. If that's the case, chop it by one. Right? Then we don't need this else statement. It was 1 hour of me being dummy. Okay. Then okay. Resize does another thing, right? So resize should be out of this thing, right? To add the text dot to std string dot cscr. This part gets deleted, and voila! This part adds a one parenthesis. Okay. Okay, now you do this. Okay. Now we copy this part with this part, and we add a parenthesis here, and done. One hour writing this lines. Okay. I hate how unoptimized this is, right? So I want to make it more optimized. Right? So if it starts with this, with one of these, we straight up chop it. There is no need to do last index of blah 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 blah, right? So if this thing exists, we chop it to that last string. If not, we chop it to this. So now this checkend is getting deleted. Okay. So isn't equals to -1. Else we don't need you anymore. Okay. So check value is equals to this thing. So okay. Okay, now this sounds reasonable. Woo! So, and it should be compiled, by the way. So, wait a minute. It should be able to compile. Compiled! So, first I need to reduce one library. This thing. Right? So, now, yeah. Okay, so another thing that I want to do with file chooser is that I'm doing it with t address. Probably I should copy its QS string into something test address equals to this. So now all of this is getting done with test address. I do it to not manipulate anything related to that, because all of this chopping and resizing and everything would going to affect it. Okay. So this, 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 this. This should be okay. So now we go back at this documentation. SV, if block executes, the path exists. So, I should make another thing here. So, what is the warning here? So line 35, there it is. Int logic using logical flow with bitwise was probably intended. Yeah. Okay. So let's make check val a bool. Right, so I make a bool. It should be true, right? So now check val would be this thing equaling to 0 and this thing. So again, check val would be this in parentheses be equal to 0 and this thing. That would be it. That would be the check function. That would be check function of creating a folder. So should at least fill the sound address. Should be correct. Okay. Case 1 doesn't have anything. We don't have any case 1 here, so it would be make a default here, which is basically nothing. Oh. So a default label should be used here. Okay, stop. Okay. Oh, actually, you know what? We have a get address of 1. This. We have this thing going on here. Oh, no. I was right. So, okay. So, because I made an if statement here for icons. So, that's one of that case. We made the one of this case. So, creating folder for other parts. Keyboard hook VSD. Here's our finger right here. So, edit trigger. So, first, I'm obviously using T-add here, like a lot. So, I have only one occurrence of it here. So if I search from here, yeah, there's only one occurrence. So, brick, case 1, okay, same things are here. So, here's the an optimization thing I do. Case 1 or case 0, if you put them above each other, it means that it's going to execute the same things as case 0. So, okay. What other options do we need? So, case 0, set property spath. Okay, so this part actually is different here. So until this part is the same, except we need to make another function in our virtual stream deck. Void create VHelp. And now we go to VSD. Okay. Before destructor, we void virtual deck. What I wanted to say, type create VHelp, right? So we need a part of function of play fun. Actually, may I later on change play fun? Should I change it? You know what? Fuck it, I change it. Because that way that way is way more optimized for program size. So delete this thing. Delete this thing. So play fun. We make it this way. So okay. we make a switch, we make an integer here, integer type G equals to cbox dot property type G, if I'm right, yes. So type G dot to integer. Okay, now we make a switch. Okay, copy that switch there, right? Just put this thing there. Okay. Now index 0 going to be playing sound. This would be std mkdir. Although I have not it here and don't have it here, and execute this to std string. Okay, std mkdir qadir okay. So I need to include file system here. Let's just go mkd. Wow. Create directory. Okay, not you. Directory in Windows C++. So okay. Oh, that's old, and it is for Linux. Okay, so it should be system if I have written it correctly, file system. Create directory. Okay. Wait a minute. Does that mean std file system? What do we have here? Copy, create directory, directory, inventory. Wait a minute. Represent the object stores a path as a member and also may store additional file attributes, hard like count, symlink status file. Okay. So it's a struct exists. You're kidding me, right? Okay. So I do this thing to optimize it. We go to file chooser, right? Then we go to this. Definitely here we delete this struct. Okay. So file system exists. Okay. It returns a bool, which is good. So we delete all of this. Okay. Then std file system that exists that's it. So we know it's the same for all of it, so we make an optimization here. Right? Then, wait a minute, what if I make it dot to w to a standard w string? This make it way better. Okay, so delete this part. std file system exists. Okay. So what do we have error here? Oh. This is way more optimized. I can optimize it even more. So let's make it binary conditioning here. So if not, execute this and null terminate. You wanted to make it more optimized? I can do it. Okay, so now we copy this part only upwards, right? I know, thank you very much. version proceeds parent. Okay, so right, then we test here instead of that. So we make a two parentheses here. So if that's the case, then we input this. If not, we input this thing. This whole thing got optimized to this as well. Oh, okay. So, what the hell I did here? If anybody asks. So, the whole point of this thing was to resizing, right? To resize it to the point that we take one last folder before the folder that have been chosen. So, we resize the array string with the last index of, right? If the last index of a slash exists, if the last index of a slash exists, which it doesn't return -1, we should execute this, and I put them in reverse. If not, we should put this here. This is a binary decision making, and I love it. Okay, so this got optimized to how much? Which is good. So now we do the testing thing. So the test should be opposite of check eval, because if the direction is correct, then this would be correct and it returns error, which we don't want a false error here. So if the directory is not correct, we're returning error. And if the folder exists, and if like the text box is empty. So almost all parts of this function should be handled correctly until now, except create directories here as well. So we need to change another thing, another switch here, because now we don't need to change the connection to function play. Function play, like, dynamically changes everything. I just should be able to connect it. Yeah, set the properties, right? So the connection would go at the end of the switch, after the switch, right? Since we have the same thing for our directory creation, we delete this part, right? We make case 1 here. So now everything is way more correct. Okay, so if I go to this part. Whatever the hell switch I had here. So, what was my switch here? Okay. Okay, so essentially, I should probably write the same thing. Yeah. So, case 1 would turn same for this as well. And we just delete this part. And delete this. Okay. So, our save file saves the same thing for creating a directory now. Technically, changing this type G for in the save file for our functions should do the job right. So let's compile it, I guess. By the way, I can... Oh, come on. How did I... So, what is our syntax error here? It is correct. So, Rick, maybe it thought something like that. It should be correct technically. Okay. Yeah, it's correct. It's only the compiler was confused only about this default behavior. Okay. So now, let's test it. I hope it works right. Definitely I have put bugs somewhere in the line. Definitely I have put bugs somewhere in the line. But I hope everything is okay. Oh, no, not you. Oh, oopsie. Okay, so virtual stream deck, create folder, directory address. Okay, so let's see. d/test2 function name test directory and crash. Definitely I put bugs somewhere in the line. I was like 100% sure that there is somewhere in the process I made some sort of bug. So, yeah, of course it did not save. So, I should trace back the crash now. So, we are 100% correct, 100% working right until F choose of this. Is it crashing at file checking? Is it crashing at file checking? Let me. So, if that's the case, then before returning this function, I make I print something to console. Printf. Check was correct, but not necessarily because we don't know all the conditions that we want to check for this. But at least if the folder does not exist, we know that somewhere among these things it have been passed. And I should probably compile that thing. So, and it should not be in the if statement. So now compile it. Let's see if it's correct or not. I hope it's correct. Hope. Okay. So, if somewhere in this checkings I made a mistake, it crashed at that part. So, create folder, test folder, d/test2. Check was correct, so we passed that part. The checking is getting done. Okay, so where do we crashing? Okay, so accept goes to file check, a field check, that we check the fields of our input. Then we're returning acceptance to the parent object. Parent object would be VSC, and we're receiving it from fchooser 0. Okay. So tool exit. Okay. So printf exit of tool done correctly. Let's compile this. So when it gets when that object make a return, it sends a signal to tool exit with an integer that says that integer indicates with what condition it have been exited. So probably this condition should be okay. Yeah. Okay. So make virtual stream deck, create folder, test folder, d test2. We didn't printed that. We didn't print this. So printf exit function start to execute. Let's see if it gets to this point or it crashes at another point. Right? So, testing again. Virtual Stream Deck. Create folder. Test folder. D test 2. It doesn't get to executing that. Okay, so F chooser 0, right? So wait a minute. I think I made the find the bug. I did not have put case 1 here. So C-box, what do we doing here? Key at phone press. Okay, if all boxes, C-box, box end. Why I make this one case by case switch? You know what is it checking? It's finding the index of the button and assigning an ID to it, so the function of it can be traced back later on. What make this thing? No wonder, because it cannot find the index, so it doesn't know to. It doesn't have any idea to assign it to what. And it crashes. Okay, so okay, so we have the C box, which is the current box of the button. We get all of their button boxes. We check the index. We search for the index of our button. When we find it, we assign it to. We give it to file chooser. So bring this thing upper, right? For now, we don't need such a switch. I commented out. Maybe I don't know what I thought that I made this decision. So I don't know. Whenever the part that I figured out that decision was that decision making based on switch was correct, I will get back to it. So now testing it again. Virtual Stream Deck, add function, create this test folder, D test 2. It crashes at somewhere else now. This definitely was a bug that got fixed. But now we need to trace it back even more. So, okay. This is name checking and icon checking and everything. It's okay. So where are we going wrong with it? Okay, it's part of tool exit, which you never get to this executing this part. Okay. Where is the crash? It's definitely not in the play function. Where do we get in the crash? Okay. We fixed one bug. Let's trace another thing back. Right. Stop. This field check gets executed by what? The accept button. Okay. Accept button sends a signal to this, and this starts. Are we crashing and clear? I don't think that would be the reason. So printf layout cleanup done. But I'm not going to compile it here because I'm not really that much suspected that it's because of that. It should be because of something else. Stop. Get address. It's for the get address function, which is okay actually. We tested this and the field check is correct. So, okay. We're definitely getting the crash somewhere here. So, file chooser 0 gets connected to exit. This part never gets to execute. Maybe it's in the... sometimes Qt is really sensitive in layout cleanup. That's why I'm suspecting that layout cleanup is causing it to crash. I'm not 100% sure. Okay. So, virtual stream deck, create folder, test folder, the test2. Yeah, it's in the layout cleanup. So, wait a minute. If that's the case, VHelp if I go to the file chooser and go to the end of it, init clear, it gets executed after the two. No, it's getting executed at the end of the tool exit. Where do we get in the crash? So, okay, there is definitely something. Okay, key add function pressed. Choose your function, which is a window that we choose our functions. We decide based on that. It makes a decision for that. It assigns the index to VHelp, and VHelp It starts the type show. Where the hell is the crash? I don't get it. It should technically be okay. Okay, so file chooser. Okay, type show anything which initializes the layout based on the function that we chose. Then what is this check I'm doing here? First, if it is empty or not. Oh, okay. It's for retrieving the icon and everything. Clear check. Okay. Oh, here we're assigning things. Definitely that makes something later on out of bound. Definitely this makes something out of bounds. So let's add that in. Okay. Now we continue to test. Okay. Create a folder, test folder, the test 2. No? That wasn't the reason of crash either? What? So until I found 2 bugs and fixed them, which is actually good. But now something else. Okay. So okay, what do we do here? At the end, we clear address of this and we return the acceptance. Right? I don't understand where is the bug? So I don't wanted to build this in debugging mode, but seems like I don't have that much option here. So first C++20. It's such a long time I didn't run this on debugging mode. Okay. So now this part should technically be the same. For some reason, this is a bug of Qt that this part of it doesn't work. So I lock this thing, and now let's build it again in a debug mode and test it in debug mode, because debug mode gives more a specific error to me and I can decide more on what to do with it. I need to compile literally everything. Okay. So until it compiles, I check something real quick. Okay. So let's go to debugging mode. Debug folder. I cannot proceed because of Qt widget D. Okay, wait a minute. I know what's the problem with the build of with that build is. It's deployment. You should deploy for debug. But, oh, I was changing for release. So active. You should really deploy for debug. Okay. So now it's providing debug file for it. Okay, now there we go. This is why most of the time doesn't launch VHelp. VHelp has a specific Qt has a specific bugs in for debugging mode in weird places. So I'm launching it straight up Qt debug mode. Yeah. Oh, these things got more advanced. What the hell? So let's trace it back. Main. Then line 51. Seriously? Actually, it kind of makes sense. But it's a new version of Qt that crashes and not finding an asset. Okay. So we're executing. For whatever reason, now this causes a crash. Okay, you know what? Never I have ever experienced crashed and at that part of it. It is interesting. So I'm compiling it from scratch. Why the hell in the header file of file of it? Of all things. Oh, you know why? You know what? It's using old binaries. It's using old binaries. I should compile it again. It's using old binary files, which makes sense. Now compile it again. Okay. So everything is alright until this point. There we go. There we go. So, okay, interception. It needs the interception, which is all right. It's a driver that I'm using. It crashes again. What the hell with this time? Okay. Okay, so it's a cutie bug. Before it wasn't there. It's a new phenomenon we are experiencing with cutie. Okay. So program hold. It's okay. So what to do with you? So debugging. So now that debugging is out of option, I need to somehow trace it back in another way. So main, we uncomment this part. Okay. A start hasn't yet. I can do it this way as well. Although it's a bit more challenging this way to debug it. Okay. So now it's okay. Okay. Wow. Also, okay, so virtual stream deck, create folder, test folder, the test2. It's in some sort of queue list. Okay. Queue list operator out of. That's why. That's exactly why. Okay. So why are we executing VST edit to begin with? Why are we executing VST edit to begin with? We should execute tool exit. User chose. That's why. That was my second bug. Now it should act correctly. Oh, by the way, we are in the debug mode. So. Okay. At least we find two other bugs that got fixed. So, in the release mode, and let's see what the compilation result is. Okay. Release, VHelp. Okay. So virtual stream deck, create folder, test folder, the test2. Oh, nice. So now the I refresh this drive, and it doesn't create the folder. Wait a minute, it doesn't play the sound of Angry Birds that it's supposed to do as well. So it's a prop bug with the play function, and at the same time I remembered read VSD is still incomplete. So same thing for case 1 goes there. Case 1. Okay. So okay. So we go to play fun. Oh, it's chosen. What the hell? It should be this. So now waiting on it to compile. Okay. VHelp x64. It's okay. Okay. The save function definitely didn't work correctly. Test folder. The test 2. The moment of the truth. It doesn't create a folder. So I should probably investigate this later on, but this is far past the time of the stream. So, and there's like 2 bugs right now, right? So at the end of the to-do list, bug fix of save and creation of folder. I'm doubting where it lies, but not quite. Either way, that's for the next week. Until the next stream, which is tomorrow. Bye bye.